You know, for years, people have come to me in clinic and they are usually coming for anxiety, depression, or a lot of times to overcome past trauma. And when somebody comes, especially with past trauma, pretty much almost 99% of the time, they are in blame of whoever the perpetrator was, which is perfectly understandable. But the problem with that is that when you live in victimhood thinking, then you just get stuck in that cycle and your vibration is low and it just continues. And so my work over the last number of years has been to help people understand that there is a big connection between mental health and spiritual health, and that we literally, as Dolores Cannon used to say when she was around, that we come to this earth school to grow and to evolve, and that we ultimately on some level signed up for these soul contracts. And sometimes that can be a really hard thing to actually take on board, especially if you've had abuse. But or something like rejection as a child or whatever it actually might be. However, it's also a very empowering way of thinking, because you're like, all right, okay, look, if I created this, then I am powerful and I'm actually a creator. So that's basically been my work for the last, guts of 10 years. You're having some birds join us on this video, and that's okay. Maybe they need to hear it too. Anyway, what I have realized in the last number of months, and sometimes I used to think, why would somebody sign that soul contract? Like, why would you put yourself into a position where you got raped? Why would your soul decide that it wanted to go through sexual abuse as a kid? Why would your soul, you get it, you can go on and on and on and on and on, yeah? So I get it that we got to get out of victimhood thinking. I understand at a deep level these are soul contracts, but it really becomes at a stage of why would we create these? Why would we actually create something like that? And then over the last number of months, it's like that next stage, that next level. Suddenly I actually realized that when we go, because I have in the past taken people to life between lives, when we do a life review, those beings, those four-dimensional beings that we meet in the life review, they're not altruistic. They are the ones that are persuading souls to go back down and to live these soul contracts. But what the souls do not know is that these fourth-dimensional beings actually have benefit if there is turmoil on Earth. And let's be honest, if you look at Earth at the moment, if you look at what's happening, Epstein files and all of the above, there is a lot of chaos, there is a lot of pain, there's a lot of, it's really actually now showing a lot of people what Earth is actually, what's really happening. Some of us have known this for years, so we've went through that horror early. Now it's actually come out for the public. So the thing is, what's really important is to understand that this is a bigger issue. We sign soul contracts unwittingly. So it's so important to learn this when you're alive, so you just don't go right back into that cycle. And I think it's somewhere in one of the Gospels, and I'm not a gospel person, but it's almost, there's something said somewhere, it was like almost like you got to die while you're alive. And I never really understood what that meant. Now I do. It's actually dying to the old way of thinking. It's actually re-understanding the system. And knowing that, whoa, okay, I signed these soul contracts, but I didn't know that the person signing them over was like a bank manager and was actually really benefiting by me coming back to Earth and actually having these experiences. This is part of the true awakening. Awakening is not just knowing you're a spark of God. That's like step one. It's much, much, much bigger. Now, I know this can be confronting to some people. Some people are not too much, don't want to go there. That's okay. That's okay. Never believe anything that doesn't resonate with you. But if this makes sense, follow me for more. Let's actually navigate this process together. See you on the next video.